We made it to the working week once again. You know what that means. You can drink in the office. Now we here at Motivations with Ken do encourage you to drink responsibly. By drinking responsibly, we mean using a coffee mug. No one expects it to be alcohol. You drink it from a mug that says you're the world's second best dad, stepdad. Drink up. Alright. Friday here at Motivations with Ken is Advice Friday. That's right. I take your questions and calls for advice on Twitter. Use the hashtag Motivations with Ken. And I try to give you some advice that got right to the core for you, the viewer. Our first YouTube call for advice comes from Rocky Personer. He writes, Advice Thursday. That's a reference to something that doesn't exist anymore. Someone in my office, let's call him Greg, keeps using the conference room beside my desk for meetings and leaves the door open while being excessively loud. I've shut it multiple times, but he keeps doing it. What do I do, Ken? Well, first of all, Rocky, you're going to have an awkward day at work come Monday when Greg sees you use his real name. But here's my advice. A lot of people might suggest that you get angry, or that you come in and do some kind of threat of violence or something disgusting or juvenile. I don't suggest any of that. I want you to do. Rocky, the next time Greg is using the conference room to talk in an excessive volume, I want you to grab a pad of paper. You can steal it from the office supply if you want. Grab your best pen, walk in, sit down, make direct eye contact with Greg. Don't break it. Don't break it. Pretend like you're at a strip club. Don't break eye contact with her. I mean, Greg. And then just start taking notes of the things he's talking about. Detailed, copious notes. Write as fast and determined as you can. Break eye contact as little as possible. Eventually, Greg's not only going to stop, he's going to quit. And then you'll have your office quiet back again. Rocky, thanks for the question, and I know that advice will work. You guys. Hello, I'm 𝙘𝙝𝙤𝙤, and welcome to Motivations with Ken, your source for inspirations, motivations, and advice to not quite get you through the week. And it's Wednesday. You know what that means, right? You've almost made it through the work week, and no one knows that on Monday you stole a couple rolls of toilet paper from the supply closet. Good job, criminal. You're almost home free. Friday at 5 o'clock, you'd be like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid heading to South America. And things turned out pretty good for them. And you deserve that toilet paper, even if it is one ply, because this is a cheap company you work for. But it also means it's time for the Wednesday affirmation. That's right. Every Wednesday here on Motivations with Ken, you'll get an affirmation you're at the office, go into the bathroom, stare into the mirror. Anyone asks you what you're doing, just blame it on Carl. Say he made you go to a bad restaurant for lunch. If you're driving, stop and pull over, or at least slow down a lot. But look yourself in the mirror, make eye contact, and repeat these words. I am not the only one whose dreams did not come true. That's right, you're not alone. There's so many of us who had delusions of grandeur. Silly little kids, look at us now. We're all in the same boat, so don't feel bad when you lie awake at night looking at the ceiling, wondering where it all went and what happened to the dreams you had as a child. Don't worry about your family making you feel guilty. You are not alone. My dream was to be the starting catcher for the New York Yankees. Do you know how close I got to that dream? I once saw the Yankees play. I purchased a ticket, and I sat in the stands, and I watched them. That's as close as I got to that dream. And I'm okay. Just look at this bathrobe. So say that to yourself. I am not the only one whose dreams did not come true. You're feeling better already, aren't you? All right. Friday Advice. This is where I take your questions and answer them. That's a pretty genius concept. It also means you get to have your voice heard on the internet. And ain't that just a kick in the junk? Alright, we have a question today. It comes to us from Matthew Thompson, and it reads, Ken, any advice on how to avoid Cindy, the uber-cheerful, gossipy co-worker who just won't stop trying to engage in petty small talk with you? Thanks. Matthew also uses #motivations with which is a good sign that he followed directions. Alright, Matthew, this is a question a lot of us face. Whether it's in office life, or just your regular life, or at the bus stop, you're gonna run into someone who wants to dig in, wants to get some scoop, and then spin it around and spread it all around the office and turn everybody against you. It's gonna start with small talk, so here's your options. One, when she starts, hey, what'd you do this weekend? Just say, Cindy, I hate you. Also, you can play a fun little game. That's right. Tyrion Lannister played this game in Game of Thrones, and I want you to do it here now with Cindy. At different points during the day, go to Cindy and give her completely fabricated pieces of office gossip. Tell her Carl actually had a date this weekend. Tell her Steve, the new guy, barfed in the bathroom. And tell her that Jenny, the relatively nice girl who works up in accounting, tried to murder someone last night. Just put little pieces of information out there and see see which one of the pieces of information come back to you. Then you can go to Jenny, Carl, and Steve. Well, on second thought, let's leave Carl out of this. And expose Cindy, the office gossip hound that she is. I'm guessing Cindy won't start small talk with you anymore. Thank you for your question, Matthew. I hope that helped. If you have a question, you can reach out to me on Twitter using the hashtag #MotivationsWithKen, or leave a comment here in this YouTube video. That's even if you gave me a like, or a thumbs down, or a thumbs up, or a share, or you posted it on Facebook so all your relatives can see it. I don't care. Just get the question out and I'll try to answer it. Also, well, yes, that is a Motivations with Ken t-shirt, available on tpublic.com/user/KenKnapsack. That's a lot of slashes, but a lot of cool shirts. Alright, I hope you're feeling motivated. Enjoy your weekend. It's Monday. That means it's time for Monday Motivations, where all of life's problems can be fixed with a happy hashtag. Let's get to it. You're back in the office, and I know you don't want to be there. How can we get you through the working week, especially after the weekend you had? Oh, what a great weekend. You spent 62% of your weekend not wearing pants. You had ice cream for breakfast on both days, and you didn't have to speak to your neighbors. Wow. Good job, you. That was a great weekend. But I know you're back in the office, and even though you like your job, I mean, you tolerate it at least, and you like making money because money buys you wonderful things like happiness, more sweatpants and ice cream and fleeting happiness. All great assets, I know. You're struggling because it's Monday, and you had Carl down the hall bragging about the 2 doubles he hit in Burbank Rec League softball over the weekend. Shut up, Carl. My dog can hit 2 doubles in Burbank Rec League softball. And Tammy's over there complaining about the bridal shower she had to attend and how much the gift cost. Tammy, you bought scented candles. That couldn't have cost you more than $19.99. Sit on it. So, how are we going to get you through this working week? What's the motivation? Think about this. At some point, the earth will be destroyed. And this office, this desk you're sitting at, Carl, money, the need for money, it'll all be gone. That's right. This will all be ashes and dust. If that doesn't get you through the working day, there might not be any hope. But we'll see you on Wednesday for your Wednesday affirmation. it's Wednesday. You know what that means, right? Only 2 more working days and you will have avoided talking to your boss for the entire work week. Impressive. Most impressive. Also, it means it's time for another Wednesday affirmation. That's right. This is where I give you a word, a phrase, a complete sentence, or a run-on, rambling monologue that will inspire you through life itself. Today, I really want you to feel this one. I want you to soak it up like a sponge trying to remove spaghetti sauce off a plate you left in the sink for 3 days. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, close your eyes. Focus on my words. Let them enter your soul. And if anyone is in a uniform of any kind or a position of authority walks up to you and asks you what you're doing and tells you you have to leave, you tell them that this Denny's Diner has no rules against sleeping or meditation. All right, now here's the words. I want you to hear them. You deserve that donut. That's right. You've walked into this 7-Eleven or pilot truck stop or non-brand name gas station for a reason. To get a donut. Probably for no more than 65 cents. And no one is suggesting that you should do this every day. Donut a day does not keep the doctor away, though it would be fun. No, but today, you don't need fruit or a high-fiber, balanced breakfast. You don't need egg whites. You need that donut, and you deserve it. Office life is stressful. There's the office gossip hound, Cindy down the hall. Carl's getting ready to cook some salmon in the microwave. You deserve this. You deserve this now. All that tasty, sugary glaze. All the little fun bits on top of the donut. Is that cereal? Is that chocolate? Is that chocolate cereal? It's all there. And you deserve it. So tell yourself again, right now, you deserve that donut. Grab it, pay for it, and eat it before you even get your car into reverse. Feels better already, right? That's what I thought. Bye for now. That's right. The weekend is done. The working week has returned, and you need the power of the internet, the inside of a hashtag to get you through it all. What a great spot to be in. But I'm so glad you found me here today, for I am going to motivate you. I am going to get you through it all. You see, at some point this week, you are going to be faced with a tough choice, a true dilemma, a moral quandary that will test your spirit and your soul. You and some of your closest friends, people you have known, loved, trusted, and occasionally respected for a long time, are going to be forced to come together and decide what appetizers you want to order. I don't envy you, for this is a tough spot to be in. Of course, Teddy over here, he wants some mozzarella sticks. Of course, there's 7 mozzarella sticks in the order, and he always takes 3. He doesn't think anyone pays attention. You do. You watch as he takes a bite of that second one, looks around sheepishly, takes the 3rd, as if it's no big deal. And then there's the weird celery, carrot stick, hummus option third grade field trip. No one needs to order the hummus. Then there's the sampler platter. Don't fall for that. Oh, there's one of everything. More like two of everything. And there's 5 of you at the table. Jimmy over there, well, he's gonna always reach out and grab both of the loaded potato skins. You're not even gonna get the chance. You want a half of one, but Jimmy's got both of them. Do you know why? That's what your motivation is. Jimmy takes what he wants, takes what he feels he is worth. Jimmy feels as though he is worth 2 whole potato skins. So what I want you to do is to look inside yourself and know that you are worth all the potato skins you want. You want those 2 boneless chicken wings? Grab them. Ted's still pining over his mozzarella sticks. Name what you want. Look yourself in the mirror and realize the appetizer you want is within an arm's reach. I think you're going to be okay this week. I think you're going to make it. That's why you're here, for motivation and to admire my bathrobe. Sometimes, no matter what you do, you still feel a little blue. No matter how many times you watch Spice World on TV. Meatloaf is so funny in that. You still feel down, I understand. So I'm here today. Focus on the little joys in life. The joys that you overlook and sweep right past your brain as you go through this busy world. Don't worry, I remember. So you want joy today, you want motivation to get through the day. When you get home tonight, what are you going to have for dinner? That's right, a frozen burrito. Oh, you don't think much of a frozen burrito, do you? But do you realize the little miracle spinning around your microwave? Counting down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Stop the microwave at 20 and take it out. Put a little hot sauce on it. Sit down on your couch. Pants are optional. You have a burrito in your lap. It only costs you manifestation. This is truly one of life's unappreciated miracles. That burrito was in your freezer for 4.5 months. A couple turns around the nuclear machine. It's good to go. Wow. It's almost like it was manna from heaven. If the manna was sent down and you put it in your freezer, forgot about it, and 4.5 months later ate it. Talk about your miracles. Focus on that. Focus on those little joys, and you'll get through the day.